just walk through the patches that I've made. I'll give you a quick demonstration. First, basically, this is the main patch. In the main patch, I've got my sub-patches. Some of these sub-patches contain sub-patches within sub-patches, but I'll show them as I go on. Switch my engine down for now because I'll stop with the music. Let me just switch the music down a bit. So this is the music. I'll turn it down a bit more actually. This is my music patch. What I've done here is I've made a WAV. I've made a beat in my chosen DAW, which was Logic. Once I was happy with the beat, I literally just done it over about 4 bars. Bounced it as a WAV because I know PD likes to use WAVs. And what I've done for my music patch is I have a bang which opens my my named WAV, which is background beat. So once it's bang, it knows straight away to drop my WAV into the left and right channel, which is a basically read the left and right channel, sound filler. After sample size, this is the WAV size 401 16-bit. This is the original. Basically, this is the WAV original speed. So if I want to put a different WAV in here, so if I want to make sure I change this area. This is just something I wanted to add for fun. This bit. So this is the speed of the tempo. So I suppose if the player died, you can go and then just go back. I could do it. The game I've used is actually Tanks in Unity. So there's a red and white tank, you both firing at each other, one has to die and then the music stops. So I suppose you could do when the player dies and then back to start. This is just something I added again for fun to just see what I can do. So just completely slow it down and then you can go back. This is what brings the beat back here to 1, to 0, so back to the start. So I've added this to the bang. There's your metro. The metro, it just sends a message of the snapshot. So the sample is signal. This is how it's playing. Sample size, basically read. And as you can see down here, just let you know where you are in the WAV. It's looped. So all up here goes down into the phaser, which is the sawtooth oscillator, the harmonics. It reads the sample size. It comes out in the order of signal. It reads left and right through your arrays. Goes for a high pass filter into your outlet. So again, when the player dies, you can go back, and then you can just go back to start. And that's that one. Turn this one down. Next is my hit. So in the level tanks, once you're firing, if the player's been hit, this will let the player know that they've been hit. What I've used here, it was originally Andy Farnell's bouncing ball. As you can tell, it sounds nothing like a bouncing ball now because I've had to change areas. I've changed certain areas as here, basically the bounce hit event period. I've changed it here, which is the metro send of the message, done occasionally. I've changed up here as well, which is basically the bang message of the start of the metronome. Basically, what's been done here, the top generates the impact sound, or here, and the bottom generates the bounce event. So you got your your bang message off to start. It goes through into the line, which is a message which is sent in a linear envelope. The bounce hit period. Obviously, I've changed it. The message which is sent into your float is decay time, which is stored in the float. Store and record a number into your Dulix line. Again, for your audio signals, to your seg, which is the main output aptitude, which is converted to the audio signals, converts basically the numbers into audio signals, into your oscillator. Again, this is your math. Eventually down into the gain. I've changed the gain from the original as well, because once I've managed to change the math side, the number side, so instead of a bam 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 bam, I managed to just have it as one hit, and then the gain level into your DAC, which is the output. So it gave me this nice hit sound, which I thought sounded really nice. Explosion. Again, this is a Andy Fornell's one, but I've changed the areas of decay, spread, delay, volume, effects. Because in the tanks level, when they explode quite fast, and then it carries on with the game. So I didn't want it to be, the original one was too long, had a longer tone. I want it to be more faster, and finishes. The explosion is just explode, done. With how this actually works, he's got there's basically a subpatch of shockwave. The shockwave, the inlet trigger, it fires a message into the line. So you got your trigger bangs and your numbers. It generates the audio ramps into different audio signals again. It wraps it, which is the math side again into your codes, which goes in. Again, it's to do with math. High pass filter into your outlet. You got your blast. Basically, dispatch is a filtered noise and a wave shaper with a few extras to set up the correct behavior. So you got your float up here, and this is the inlet that triggers this descending line, which sweeps the frequency of the VCF dependent on its volume, which is here. So basically, you trigger it. You do your sweep, goes down into your math. You got your noise. Your VCF is basically the voltage control filter. It goes down to your high pass. That's a clip, basically force the number into a range. You got another inlet decay here. Again, there's your math into your float, to your Dulux line, down into your high pass filters and your high pass filters into your outlet. Blast control, like basically dispatch here. It has delays that trigger random numbers to create further delays at random. As you can see, you got your trigger and your spread, your delays, your bangs, your random. So it spits out random delays, which eventually comes out to your outlet. The fireball subpatch. This patch basically gives the explosion a long rumble boom. You got your trigger again, your delay time, your line, your numbers of your audio signals, noise, your band pass filters, low pass filters, the gain and the high pass filters, and all these. Then this one is basically, this patch is the environmental effect. It's a via delay pressure wave effect. Delay right, basically right to the delay line. Trigger, your delays, your sweeps, floats, your Dulux line again, your math again, the VD basically it reads from a delay line at a variable delay time depending on what you gave it. Your high pass filters, your low pass filters, eventually into your outlet. And this is what gives the patch the sound that it does. Again, I just changed areas to make it suited to how the tag exploded. Next is my blue player wins. So
blue player wins.
As you can see, I just basically watched some videos, started adding things together, and I thought this would be a good idea. Basically, as you can see, I'm speaking. This is my array table, and I've used an ADC. So unlike a DAC, which is the audio output, the ADC is the audio input. So it records from, in this case, the laptop's microphone. As you can see, I've got record, do not press unless you want to record, because I've done this many a time, so I thought it was best to do the record section up here, and this is where it plays, and I've highlighted this is the best button to press.
Blue player wins.
So I don't use any over here. Basically, I put open up, and then I've decided to call it voice, WAV, and then start. So it starts the recording, and it's writing here what's recording. When you stop recording, it basically records the sound to the desk, and then it writes it to the tape, to the desk. So when I've done my bang, I just attached it to the metro so you can see it here. So I've done my bang.
Blue player wins.
It will open the voice WAV, which I recorded, which I put in the same folder as my patches so you can find it, and it reads it and it plays back. And I've done the same with red player.
Red player wins.
So I've done exactly the same. It records from the mic. I've just changed the voice 2 so it doesn't overwrite my voice 1. This is where you start recording. It writes, and then it records it to your desktop, and then it will write to your desktop. And then down here, how I managed to get to trigger, I just added my bang. I've added open voice WAV 2, and then it just reads it from the desktop and then the outlet.
Red player wins.
So I've done this for when the blue player or the red player tank dies, so basically whoever wins. With my tank fire, again I've used a WAV. I've made a sound in my DAW, which was Logic. Got sound, changed it, done what I needed to do to make it sound like fire, someone firing. Then you read it. It's been read, the fire of the array, so it knows the sound. And I want it to play, so it goes through the high pass filter. I want it to play, obviously, the sound. I've decided to add like a free verb, which is basically a reverb. So you got the wet, dry, and room size, because the environment that the two tanks are in is quite open. So I just thought it gives it the effect, a realistic effect that is out in the open. And then it goes through the high pass filter and your gain output into your outlet. And lastly, the engine. Again, it's an Andy Farnell's one, but I've changed the controls. All of these controls work with the sub patches, which I'll explain more now. Basically, you've got your 4-stroke engine. There's 4 copies of the same. Basically, this is here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It's like 4 of the same, but the difference is with the delay reads. So basically, the delay reads operations space of 5 milliseconds apart, which produced the effect of the fuel and the air steam that feeds each cylinder in succession. As you can see, you've got a delay of, you've got 5, 10, 15, 20. These all go through to your audio signal, and as you can see here, the main things that they've changed here as well is you've got your minus 0.75, minus 0.5, so on. Basically, these subtracts, and basically this helps with the shift signals and cycles. and you'll work through your co's, which is your quotient, again, which is the math side, equivalent to the ratio into your line, into your 3Ds, again, you should see 5, 10, 15, 20. These read from the delay line at the variable delay times, which is given. Eventually going out to your audio signal. I'll convert some numbers into the audio signals into your outlet. Then what's being done? As you can see, you've got your delay reads. You've got spread, and you go through your signals, and you've got your low pass filters. It works into transmission delays. This all helps again with the controls and the way that the patches work. You've got your overtones. Basically, the overtone generated with transmission delays. So you've got your drive phaser in there, your shift control, your envelope, the maximum input. Again, your signals, your frequency control, your audio signals, your wrapping again to do with the math side again. Envelopes, the aperture control, all working to the outlet. So the purpose of this patch is like clunking and knocking noises of the engine, which controls the tones and intensity. And then your overtones are pretty much the same. You've got your driver and your phase and your maximum signal, your frequency, your math again, amplitude. And it's the same with the other ones here. Eventually these all go into this space wrapping, which it basically, this patch is an exhaust waveguide which has 4 quadrants of delay feeds, which feeds back into the start. So you got your inlets A. So basically, new signals via inlets A, B, C, and D. They represent points along the exhaust pipe's overtones. So you got your A, B, C, D. You'll work through again the math side, the high pass filters, your delay feeds, your VDs, which again is read from the delay line at a variable delay time is being given. And they all go into the high pass filter in the outlet. As you can see, like you've got your quadrants and everything here. So your controls, as you can see, you've got your first quadrant, your second quadrant. So that'll be A, B, C, and D, which I've just shown you. You got your delay times or transmission delays, your overtones. I just basically changed certain areas here, so I just manipulated it a bit, but I've kind of understand a bit how this patch works and how he's managed to do this. So yeah, so let me just give you a quick demonstration of all of it together. You'll be firing, might get hit, and you'll explode, and then
Blue player wins. Red player wins.
the music could go back to start if you wanted to. And again, with the Unity side of things, I had a lot of issues. I tried my best. I managed to get the patch working within Unity. I'll give you a quick demonstration. You can hear and you can see here that the engine is playing, so it is working within Unity. There's my PV patches there. But as soon as I do this, go to press play again, it completely crashes on me. It's not happy at all. So that was taking some time because every time I was trying to change areas to see if that made it any better, it obviously kept crashing. It was taking a long time to try and get anywhere. So I thought I'll try and just at least get my fire to work, so the tank fire, but it just didn't. I'll show you quickly now. Yeah, my scripts, tank, shoot. I put my PD binding where I should at the top, and then here is where I put the name of the, as you just seen in a previous video, I got my tank fire. I send bang, so this is where in the original script it would play the audio for the fire sound, but I play my 2 tanks and it just doesn't like it. It just won't play. And then I do this, it completely dies on me. So I couldn't resolve that. I've looked at many videos, and I did again before I made this video. But I do have my patches. You see my patches working. I've went over how they're working. I have got the engine, the patch to work within Unity, but it just hasn't worked. I would have liked to have made the bangs trigger the way I would have liked to, but I wasn't able to do it. As you can see, I was leaving with the shoot side. That was the correct place to put the lip PD binding and then the fire, but he just didn't like it, and it kept crashing on me.